Move Forward, written by Gabriel Agbo, narrated by Dan Carringer. Chapter 1. Move Forward. When we were at Mount Sinai, the Lord our God said to us, "You have stayed at this mountain long enough. It is time to break camp and move on. I am giving all this land to you. Go in and occupy it, for it is the land the Lord swore to your ancestors, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and to all their descendants." Deuteronomy chapter 1, verses 6 through 8. Then at last the Lord said to me, "You have been wandering around in this hill country long enough. Turn northward." Deuteronomy chapter 2, verses 2 and 3. One of the greatest gifts the Lord gives to us is the ability to recognize when to wait at a particular position or in a circumstance, and when to advance into the next phase of our destiny. Like the Scriptures will always make us to know that there is a time for everything. There is a time to stay on, and also time to move. The time to stay is when God specifically tells you to do so, or when you are not very sure of what He wants you to do. But when you have heard from Him, or you are fully aware of His will in a particular situation, then that is just the best time to move in and possess whatever He has promised you. Our success in life largely depends on this divine principle. In this book, you will learn a lot about this and more. To move forward means to make a change of place or position with the intention of advancing towards the front, to move on towards your ultimate goal. Why is this message coming at this time? It is because there are so many of us who have come to a point where we think that no form of advancement will be possible again. Others are totally frustrated and as a result have given up. They are simply waiting for nothing, or for the worst to happen. They know quite well that they have not obtained what God promised them, but their courage has been weakened by adverse circumstances, unseen and seen oppositions, persistent failures, etc. And there are yet others who, though they have not come to their El Dorado, have settled for less than what God has in stock for them, preferring their present temporary, comfortable place to the higher position that is before them. They are afraid to move, or have simply refused to advance to the next level of glory. Now, some of the worst cases of the category of the frustrated lot I have encountered actually said that they have variously thought or attempted suicide. Do I hear you ask, suicide? Yes, suicide. They came to a point where they thought they had nothing to live for again, that everything was working against them. Like we say in our parlance, the last bus stop. Others have been perpetually thrown into cynicism. They don't believe that anything positive can ever happen to them again. It's like they are stuck. Yet others are full of motions without advancement. You see them full of activities, yet no visible progress to show for all the restlessness. My message for you today is that God has not finished with you. There is still a land flowing with milk and honey ahead of you. There is a land of plenty, a land of healing, of restoration, a place where all His promises concerning your life will perfectly be fulfilled. Praise God! According to the Bible record, the journey of the children of Israel from Egypt to Canaan was a very eventful one. They had mixed moments of victories, breakthroughs, hope, thirst, hunger, trials, despair, battles, and dangers. They also had moments of weeping, rebellion, and lamentation. But in all of this, they are still to be blamed for their long stay on the road to the promised land. It was as a result of their unbelief and rebellion. In fact, a major factor that delayed them was that God wanted, as He promised them, all the generation that rebelled against Him to die in the wilderness. Remember how they refused to believe the report of Caleb and Joshua. Instead, they chose to believe the -10 against the word and promises of God. This made God send them back into the wilderness. In fact, Israel stayed about 40 years in the wilderness, a whole generation. But our interest here is that God would always come back to move them forward. Whether they got stuck
Sample complete. Ready to continue?